Approaching 8:25 Saturday morning, February 22nd. As we take a look, there's a shot of people biking up Mount Washington, and there is no snow on the ground. So for a lot of people, they must be thinking about spring, and of course you spring into your bicycle. And what better thing on your bucket list is to race in the Mount Washington Mount Washington Auto Road Bicycle Hillclimb. Jotham Oliver with us this morning, man behind the scenes, sort of puts it all together. Yeah. Good morning, and it looks as though you're getting ready to go for a ride.
Absolutely. Got to get out on the fat bike later. It's always a good time year round, and heck, the Auto Road itself, it'll have their fat bike race coming up here in March.
Yep. But okay, so the hill climb, it's a classic.
Absolutely.
It's sort of on the bucket list. I think it was Bicycling Magazine putting it on the top 10 of things to do. So when is it, and how can people register?
Sure. So the Mount Washington Auto Road Bicycle Hill Climb is August 15th. Mm-hmm. So you can register now. You can go to our website, Tin Mountain's website. You can go to Bike Reg.
Right.
Bike Reg has their own link to register and get in.
So it's a fundraiser again for Tin Mountain, which is very, very integral in talking about getting sort of nature, outdoor science, with kids as well. So that's going to be nice to bring some money in for them.
Absolutely. I mean, as you mentioned earlier, any bucket list, any magazine, whether it's Velo Rag, Velo News, bicycling, it's on everybody's top 10 list. Yeah. And then what's often forgot about is the kids. It's about the students that we take care of day in and day out. I myself am a public educator, as you know.
Sure.
I've worked with you in the past, and I've seen firsthand the impact that Tin Mountain has had in our classrooms, getting kids outside. So it is a fundraiser. Yep. This year we're doing, as we did last year, something a little different. We're allowing people to come in at a lower price point and giving them time to fundraise up until August to get in and pay it off. So many different ways to get into this great event.
That's good, and also it's interesting. I mean, I've both participated in that back when a time when I was able to stop for lunch and not be the last person, so that was pretty cool. Yeah. But you see all sorts of people, and I'm always amazed by the people on unicycles and tandems.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That's just, especially that last 22% grade, and everyone sort of writes stuff on colored chalk to get them going. I mean, the crowd really gets into it.
It's a complete circus at the top, as you know. But yeah, last year, I don't know if we set a record with 4 or 5 unicyclists, but that was nuts, which always begs the question, don't get passed by the unicyclist.
Right.
Don't get passed by the unicyclist.
So I suppose.
And it's a true testament. It's a crucible of people trying to prove things to themselves.
Sure.
Can I still do it? We have a large amount of veteran riders that come back year in and year out. And then there's these other people new to the event that are, okay, what can I prove to myself? We've had Brian Hall, a gentleman who's done the race the last couple of years. He's had Parkinson's disease.
Right.
It's amazing to see Brian do the event. And Brian's just one of many other people who are fighting whatever battle they might have with their life and proving something themselves. It's very gratifying to help them out.
Nice. Well, another event that's coming up that also sort of is Mount Washington centric is the Century.
Yes.
And that's sort of another thing that people who want to do a century, and it is a bit of a challenging century. So that's coming up in July, and can you tell us a little bit about that, please?
Well, again, that certainly goes to the fundraiser for Tin Mountain.
Right.
It's a fundraiser that we have, and it starts at the Nature Center, and then it takes people through Bear Notch. If they're going to get their money's worth, they want to do Bear Notch, go through Jefferson, go through Crawford and Pinkham. Can't forget those. That's 109 miles or so. Your elevation gain doing that event is more than actually climbing Mount Washington. It's about 5,000 feet of elevation gain.
Right.
But it's the best supported century in New England. It's not even close. Homemade meal when you get back. We really take and pamper our people. So this year we're looking at having themed aid stations, having a lot of fun out there on the road. It's a really good time.
Nice. And I've taken part in some of the aid stations with the Mount Washington Valley Bicycling Club.
Oh, yes.
And also, whether it be through a local bicycling club or maybe through the websites or whether they are, there's some ways that people can learn sort of to prepare and to train for it. We're looking at something that happens in July. We're looking at something that happens in August. And as soon as that snow's gone, or even when the snow is still gone, people can start training for that.
Absolutely. There's a bunch of different ways. I mean, we've worked in the past with some different not spin classes, like Zwift, those kind of things. There's modules that you can put into your computer, and it'll simulate doing Mount Washington. there's GPX files that you can upload.
Right.
And you can get a handle of, okay, what will the Century Ride be like? So there's many different ways you can get yourself ready for these events.
Nice. So once again, if people want to register for one or both of these events, where can they do that?
They go to bikereg.com. They can search the events. They can also go to tinmountainconservation.com, and they can look it up there.
Jotham, thank you very much for stopping by this morning, and wherever you're riding, enjoy yourself.
Okay, thank you
all right,
so much.
because pretty soon we're all going to be on those bikes, and we're going to be riding. Don't go away. We'll be back after this.
Okay.